Hi, friends. This might be a little bit of an odd toy. This, well, I'm thinking it's a lioness. Maybe she's kind of old, and that's why the wrinkles on her head look like stripes. But anyway, I'm pacing myself, trying to get one thing recorded today, and I went to the Lion for Strength. This is called Trip Preparation, carefully selected. And it was written on Saturday, June 5th, the first of that day at 1:38 a.m. So the Mayan day I would record as the 4th, before sunrise, as 9 offering. Who is ready for a trip? A real trip out of mind. I really challenge you here. I really mean that. This is an introduction to a very long journal that is quite unlike anything that's ever flowed through me before. But what's new, right? Ever newness is the rule, and we all at least know that the only constant is change, right? We don't need 2012 to tell us that. Well, I've got an introduction to some of what it might be like going forward as we're making these major changes that have been oncoming now for these thousands of years. So that one's a longer journal. This one is too. I have no idea how long it will take to record it, but I'm guessing close to an hour. Like I said, it's a real trip. Those of you who are ready, and especially those of you who are getting pretty good at getting into heart space, have a really special ride up ahead. So get ready. The biggest thing you can do to help yourself have this trip is to settle firmly down into heart space. Yeah, that same old thing again. Well, until you can drop that attitude toward it, which you don't really have to do, by the way, since that's just mind, the sooner you get out of mind, the sooner you can have this trip too. And that's what it takes. You're supposed to begin finding it at least a bit easier to recognize mind at work in your awareness these days. That's what's been that's what being with these journals can do for you. It can illuminate how the mind works to keep you under its control. You're escaping that dominance now, if you want to. And that's a very big if. Do you? I mean, do you really want to be free? There are quite a number of people who will choose to remain in 3D as we go forward and through this, you know. Many folks will so freak out that they just won't be able to let it go, the whole physical experience of things seeming so solid and all. What's on the other side won't matter much, won't matter enough to these dear folks, and so that's how they'll walk, and that's what they'll do. Now, it might look very messy on the exterior, with people running everywhere, screaming and coming unglued and the like. There will likely be a lot of terrified people running around at some point. Can you handle yourself in the midst of that? Well, these journals have been lessons in helping you center down into that aspect of being that just can't be shaken, that has no fear, that is solidly founded and based in love, that it's a whole nother world entirely. Time to get grounded in that is now, and not later, when everyone's running around in fear and upset. They'll be in mind, you see. You'll be in heart, if that's your choice. Well, practice is here, practice is now, so let's get to it. Settle down in the heart. Take up place on the throne. Raise your scepter up high and re-examine it. It's been a long time since you were home. capital H. Okay, the stakes are rising, my friends, every day and in every way. Oh, it might look like business as usual on the outside, but the Illuminati are trying, they're working very hard to maintain that facade. Do you know why? Part of it is to make it all that much more the contrast between what's happening now and what's upcoming, all the major changes and happenings. They want maximum scare power tactics to reign. They want to maintain control, so they think that they're in control to the very last minute and second that they can. Oh, they know their day is over. They're getting something from it, though, that most of mankind don't yet know this. Thus, they're stroking their egos by how they can still keep us in control. As I said, or so they think. They can't, you see, and they haven't been able to for some time now. No, I don't know how long, but just look at the awakening people all around you, and you'll realize how impossible it is to ride herd on the bunch of cattle that they think we are, as we're rising up in frequency and breaking out of their frequency grids and traps all over the place. There's some of that going on right here and right now. Once upon a time, they could simply kill anyone who let out too much of the truth, too much that was accurate, that exposed them and their origins, their ways of control. They've been able to maintain that kind of control pretty much right up to the present. So if you suddenly find me going silent and here I've crossed over, it's just more of that nonsense. Don't worry about it, though. Don't lose 1 nanosecond sleep over this. I don't. They've already lost, you see, and besides that, I am so not this body, and I don't let this body limit me, limit what I can do. Wherever I am, in whatever dimensions, that's where I'll be the most useful, and they know that. It's become a catch-22 for them now, and they don't know what to do. Yes, the tables are turning, and that's okay too. Just don't get into any kind of revenge or anger vibration, okay? They will try to pull us into that, even if it's against themselves. Why? Well, consider it. Come on, get down into that heart and consider. You'll find so many answers there, you'll just be amazed. It's like having your own genie in the bottle, the heart bottle. Okay, the why is rather obvious. There is no dark thing in heart, whether it's fear or anger, hatred or violence of any kind. There is neither criticism nor judgment, condemnation, none of that. It's literally impossible, but please don't try to understand this with mind. That's not possible either. The only way is direct experience of it, and that's available to you here. That's what these journals are for. They're just training wheels, in a sense, to get you set on your way and started on your new cosmic journey. You're going home.